This is Fox 5 News Morning.
And it used to be in this town that you could get a good government job and then you were set. But nowadays, just being able to apply for a federal job can be frustrating. It can be daunting, but don't give up just yet, because our next guest is going to help you through this. She's the author of a new book called Cracking the Federal Job Code, Top Secret Tips for Today's Federal Job Seeker. And she's here to give us tips on how to master the federal application process. Corliss Jackson, good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
All right, first question here. For me, I've been in D.C. about 7 months now. So what's the difference between the process of getting a federal job and a private job?
Very different process. The federal job search is different in every way. The way you search for a job is different. The way you package yourself and market yourself to the federal government is different. And the entire process is different. So just about everything.
Yeah, so take everything you know and throw it out the window, right?
Exactly.
All right, so if you're out and you decide you want to start the process, I mean, what's the first thing you have to do?
First thing you have to do is know how the government is going to look at your skills. So let me give you a quick example. I was working with a jewelry store manager who was a client of mine, and there's no jewelry store management jobs in the federal government.
You don't say.
So we have to look at some of the things that the government does look for. So things like managing people, managing budgets, dealing with contractors. Those are things that can help leverage you into the federal government. So how they look at you is very different in the private sector.
All right, and that means putting your skills out there, trying to put them on a piece of paper. I know, when you put a resume together for a private job, you're looking at 2 pages or so. It's much more extensive when you're looking at the federal process.
Yeah, it's usually about average 5 pages long.
5 pages.
Yes, and they do read them.
I was going to say, we're not talking about using that flowery language. You have to spell out your qualifications and really apply them to the real world. Take a look at the process here. So it's not a quick process either. I mean, we associate the federal government with gridlock. It's a very slow process.
Kind of like the metro. Very slow. Usually takes somewhere between 6 and 18 months.
Okay. And there are things that they look at along the way. I mean, they're looking at that experience. We talked about the resume, and they're also looking at social media these days.
Yeah, so once you do land a job offer, they're going to be looking at your postings and what your friends are posting.
So it's all about association too. You got to be careful what you do out there.
Got to be careful.
All right. You have blogs out. You have a blog, but you have the book out there, right?
I do.
All right.
I do.
We have shared that on our website too. Corliss Jackson with us this morning on Cracking the Federal Job Code. We thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Allison, back to you.